Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and let's dive into the chart, shall we? So we now have the sun at 17 degrees, and as you can see, we're in an exact grand water trine with Mars, Poseidon, and Vesta. Now, I told you guys, keep an eye on the water, okay? Because Saturn is still not in an exact trine, but is still kind of in that trine with the sun. And like I mentioned yesterday, on the 11th, we'll have that Sun and Saturn conjunction. And if you've been paying attention to the water, okay, there has been talks about the port in Panama and what's going on there, okay? So I do feel we're going to have a lot brought up to the surface connected to that, okay? Now, on a personal level, how can you work with this grand water trine? Emotions are going to be extremely heightened, okay? Because Mars in Cancer can be crimes of passion, okay? And all this stuff in Pisces can also have you very emotional too, okay? So like I've been telling you guys, pause. Specifically with Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aries, Chiron in Aries, Chiron squaring Mars. There could be a lot of miscommunication. There could be a lot of arguments. Things could get heated fairly quickly because we have all this stuff in water signs, and water rules our emotions, all right? And you want to make sure that you're pausing. Is it truly going to matter in 5 minutes, 5 years, 10 years? And if it's not, let it go, let it flow. Trust me, okay? This can save you so much trouble in the long run. So you're not burning bridges that could potentially be good for you in the long run, all right? So I do want to add that. Starting off the day, okay, when the sun was rising, the moon was finishing up its time in Gemini. And there was a T-square with the nodes. As you can see, the moon's at 27 degrees. The nodes are also at 27 degrees. And this is mutable energy. So there's going to be a lot of things changing, a lot of things mutating. And there was a lot of breaking news again when I woke up. So when this happens, when the moon's in Gemini, there usually is a lot of things that's brought up to the surface. And how we can work with this on a personal level is you want to make sure that you're getting all the facts before you take action and before you make assumptions. You know what they say about assuming? You'll make an ass out of me and you. So you want to make sure that you're getting all your facts straight, okay? Now, the moon is going to ingress into Cancer today. And when that happens, it's going to start its movement in activating that grand water trine. Now, we are in eclipse season because on the 14th, when we have the Virgo full moon, okay, which is going to happen at 23, 24 degrees. So it's going to be close to the south node. There's going to be a lot that is clipped out, okay? The best way to utilize this Virgo and Pisces axis is truly making sure that you're having a really balanced spiritual, mind, body, spirit relationship with self. Okay, because all of this energy is in water signs and the south node is in Virgo. You want to make sure that you're truly keeping the focus on you. Are you doing everything that you need to be doing to get yourself to the next level? Keep an eye on your health, specifically with Uranus in a trine with the south node. Okay, I have been talking about this for the last little bit, okay? That we could have sudden rapid healing, but there could also be sudden sickness that comes on as well. Specifically with this Mercury, Venus, and Chiron in Aries. This could be connected to our head. This could be connected to our body. And I have had a lot of comments from all of you saying, wow, okay, this makes sense as to why my head has been hurting. Okay, this makes sense as to why I've had some injuries to the head. Because Aries does rule the head. Now, keep in mind, Pisces rules the feet. So, you could also have issues coming up with your feet as well. I know for me, being a Pisces, if my feet are not happy, I'm not happy. And trust me, you're going to know when my feet are not happy because I'm constantly going, my feet hurt, my feet hurt, my feet hurt. Pisces rules the feet, okay? Now, Mercury is slowing down to get ready for its retrograde, and that retrograde is going to start next week, okay? And Mercury is in a sextile with Pluto, and Pluto is in a trine with Lilith. So there's going to be a lot of towers that are brought up. And now Lilith is back in Libra, bringing up the darkness within our judicial system. And we have been seeing this with crimes against humanity. Lilith has really been lighting the way within our judicial system, specifically connected to that little list, if you get what I mean. So keep an eye out for towers showing up. Again, pause. Gather all the information. Do you truly have all the information? Or are you living in your ego and you have to be right? And when you're living in your ego with Mercury, Venus, and Chiron in Aries, you're going to end up hurting yourself because that is the warrior. I'm going to burn you in order to have what it is that I want. Now, Mercury is still in that trine with Juno. So because we're in the shadow period of that Mercury retrograde and Venus is now retrograde, still at that 10-degree point, the past is going to be coming back around. Relationships, job opportunities, friends, intimate relationships. So if you do not want that past coming back around, be sure to block it. Mercury is in a square with white moon Selena, okay? And Lilith is about to start her opposition with Mercury as well. So when this happens, we're going to have more breaking news that's going to be connected to our judicial systems. And Pluto is going to be helping to bring the towers. So, what I want you all to do, block your past if you do not want it coming back around. Okay, block your past if you do not want it coming back around. And just be sure to pause, take a deep breath, ground, get outside, put your feet in the dirt, hug a tree, whatever you got to do. All right, let's pull a card for the energy for today. And I want to remind you guys that I am going to be doing my full moon healing circle. And if you guys want to join me, you can find the link to join on my website under the events tab, which I will have that loaded up here pretty soon. We get the King of Pentacles. Stay grounded in your body. Focus on what your body needs, okay? Mind, body, spirit. I love this showing up for the energy for today because the more grounded that you can stay, the less you're going to have your emotions ruling you and you're not going to fall into the shadow side of this Aries and Pisces energy. And if you guys would like to have a transit report with this Mercury and Venus retrograde, I do offer recording transit updates. So you can find those on my website as well under the services tab. You can also book it under the booking tab. So I love you guys. I hope these messages find you well, and I'll be back soon for